Hello, YouTube. Got some good news. I got my interface circuit board that I designed. Obviously, I sent my CAD file out to a manufacturer who made the circuit board for me, but I got my boards in today. As you can tell, I got a little pile of them here. And what that is an interface board that lets you hook up your Midland mxr10 or the Retevis RT97s GMRS two-way radio repeaters. Those two repeaters have a data port on the side of them. And this interface board will let you hook up those repeaters to a computer or, for that matter, even a Raspberry Pi. And what that will do is that will give you the option of running, let's say you want to do date and time announcements over the airwaves. Let's say you want to hook up Zello to your repeater so the two-way radios can talk on Zello. Or if you want weather announcements over your airways, over your two-way radios. This board, interface board, will let you do that. Now, if you've been following my videos, I made a prototype interface board that I've been playing with. Now, this interface board will also have adjustments for the microphone and for the speaker. You will use a small screwdriver to adjust them, so you can fine-tune the audio level coming off this board. Okay. And this board will also have cables coming off that will have the 3.5 millimeter plugs. One will be for microphone, one will be for speaker. Those cables will plug into your computer sound card. How this board's going to work is one end of it will plug into the repeater, the other end will plug into your USB DB9 adapter. You'll have to get this adapter separately. This adapter will plug in this end, and then this would hook up to the computer. Then you would configure the computer software to work with this interface board. Now, like I said, I made a prototype here that I've been playing with. And I don't have the Retevis RT97s repeater here. I do have one coming. That's the good news. A little bit of bad news, it's probably going to take a couple more weeks. They were supposed to send me a tracking number last week, and they did not do that. Hopefully they'll send it to me this week. So you're probably asking yourself, well, how did I test this without that repeater? Well, what I ended up doing is I had to make another circuit board that represented those data lines on those repeaters. This is a separate circuit that I made to represent the Retevis RT97 data pins on the DB9 connector. That's how I was able to test it without that repeater here. But I do have one coming, so I can do fully testing and more testing, even better yet. Because when you start doing prototypes, you start to get a lot of wires, as you can see here. Yeah, I had it hooked up to a handheld, two handheld radios at one point. And I had one. I had a whole bunch of things going on, but now we don't need this circuit because I'll have the actual repeater here. So that's the good news. Now, this circuit board also needs power. So what we're going to use to power the circuit board is what we call a wall wart. And that's going to be one of these. Now, I'm trying to outsource these really cheap. I'm still in the process of doing that. So I don't know a price on this circuit board yet. Obviously, I got to solder the components on here yet. And I got more components coming. So once I figure out what the USB or the wall wart is going to be for a price, I can kind of figure it in and hopefully be able to say a price. Now, I know some people have their own wall wart laying around, and some people can do their own soldering and all that good stuff. So, yeah, I suppose I could sell a board without the power supply, but there's still going to be people that do not know how to solder, and they don't want to do that. They want to plug and play. So I'm just going to include the power supply and be done with it, most likely, hopefully, if I can get a reasonable price on those wall warts. So that's one thing. The other thing I want to point out right now, that this board will not come in an enclosure. There's a reason for that, and that's due to cost. I would really like to have this in a metal enclosure, but the cost to do that just gets to be too much. So You can put it in your enclosure if you wanted to. I, with my prototype, then obviously, as you can see here, this is not in any enclosure, and it worked just fine. But if you did pick up any type of interference, then you may have to stick this inside of a metal box. I didn't have that problem, but everyone's situation is different. So, at any rate, once and if and when I get to the point I'm going to sell these, I will make a video on how much it will be and how to purchase one. Now, if you're interested, perhaps, in these, I got a few of them here, as you can see. Send me an email. I will put my email address down below. That email address that I'm putting down below is just for this type of about the boards. If you have any GMRS two-way radio questions, then go to my forum. It's free to sign up. It's free to post. Post your question in there, and I'll be glad to help you on my forum. So, what else? I think that's about it I can think of. I started to put a connector on this one. This actually is the computer side. So, like I said, I got to start our components on here. I got more parts coming. Hopefully, I'll get something coming soon. So, at any rate, if you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. Please subscribe. Thank you, and have a good day.